All right, everybody. So let's take a look at Apple and a couple of other stocks, see how they are setting up for next week. So you can see Apple is actually accelerating to the upside. The interesting thing is with this particular move, it is actually a little strange because we're kind of coming to, oops, wrong way. We're kind of coming to a well-known extension here. So from the swing high to swing low, you can see we're hitting the 161 extension to the upside at $190. I think that's why we had a lot of resistance pushing above 190 yesterday and 190 today. So I actually expect a little bit of a bullish move back up to retest 190 probably by Monday, but it may turn into a small reversal back to the 8 EMA here, roughly at 183. But that should be short-lived. Apple is just a little profit taking to the upside. Here, Google, we kind of took that rest day that we were looking at, inside bar, a lower high, a higher low, and we closed the day basically centered around the center of both of those days. So Google does have an upside target of, I'd say 1128, but it does need to break the two previous days' highs before continuing higher. The next is Amazon. We spent a lot of day in consolidation today. You can see almost there's a head and shoulders pattern here, a double top. We pulled back a little bit to 1600 and rebounded. I think Amazon is a good news story. We're really looking for a move back up to 615 next week. Now, Facebook, clearly a higher high, higher low pattern, significantly overvalued. So you got to watch that we're stretching it. Potential head and shoulders pattern here on the hourly. The next is Microsoft. Now, Microsoft has been a nice bellwether stock for the S&P, the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500. So this one too, with this last move at the end of the day, you are looking at a potential head and shoulders pattern here. So if we get any sort of pullback at all in the indices, look to the 8 EMA to be support on the way to a pullback. Tesla, we're pulling back from 310, had some trouble yesterday, closed in a weaker pattern. Today we closed with a lower high, lower low pattern, and we moved below the 50-day. We still have some support from the 8-day EMA, but again, mostly consolidation till Tesla can figure out which way exactly it wants to go. Netflix still pushing higher, a little bit of a pause today. CMG, this one's moving nicely. We're holding a lot of the gains after earnings, and we're centered right around 425. I look forward to watching a breakout in the direction of the overall market. In this case, it should be higher. NVIDIA recovered nicely from its earnings, actually closing the gap all the way early this morning, but then quickly selling off. We're ended up in the middle of today's range, maybe a little bit weaker, right around 255. This one I think is still in the midst of pulling back. The hourly momentum is still pretty strong. Look for some support at $250, and then down here on the 8 EMA, wherever that lines up. Again, this market still has a lot of bullish strengths, but you have to be a little wary of a 3-day breakout move and watch for a little bit of continuation on Monday. If we break above the high from today, it's just a continuation pattern to the upside. And then I would use my final target at 2764.